Viewers of Real Time with Bill Maher have at the very least noticed the HBO host's affinity for blonde conservative women who are not afraid to speak out, such as Ann Coulter, finding a common ground with them as fellow culture warriors in a topic that Maher despises: political correctness. On Friday night, Maher welcomed a stylish Megyn Kelly as his interviewee. During Kelly's last real-time appearance in January 2020, Maher proclaimed that Kelly was not really a racist and blamed cancel culture for her firing. This time around, Maher and Kelly shared a few jokes and pleasantries before jumping into the topic at hand: Kelly's recent decision to pull her kids from New York City private school, citing how the leftist school was teaching her children social justice stuff at too young of an age. "You took your kids out of the school in New York, and I've been hearing, anecdotally, very much the same thing from many parents," said Maher. "Just tell us why, basically, you did this." "We were in the New York City private school system," explained Kelly, "and they were definitely leftist, we're more center-right, and that's fine. Then they started taking a really hard turn towards social justice stuff." Kelly spoke about how she believes her third-grade son was forced into an experimental trans education program on these 8- and 9-year-old boys. "And it wasn't about support. We felt it was about trying to convince them, like, come on over." According to Kelly, she was not the only parent who objected, forcing the school's hand to issue an apology. She also vented to Maher about a letter that the school apparently circulated that described, among other things, black bodies dropping around us in the streets, and that white supremacy was the catalyst, which Kelly insisted was divisive and racist. "It's so divisive and counterproductive. And it wasn't just our school in New York, and it's all over New York," said Kelly, with no mention of any other specific New York schools. Kelly then spoke on the recent news about a 17-year-old black girl in St. Louis who falsely accused a fellow white high school student of saying something along the lines of "all black lives don't matter," even though the teacher and the school confirmed that this was not said. "Don't gaslight me," said Maher. "I feel like this is beyond race. I feel like it's a generational thing where so many people want their identity wrapped up in being a victim. That's the push now, is to lean into victimhood," added Kelly. "And it's not just a race thing. I mean, I see it with some of my fellow women. It's not that the #MeToo situation wasn't real, but we don't have to lean into victimhood even when we might be victims." Whether or not you agree with Maher and Kelly, you can watch the full interview segment above. Michael is a music and television junkie keen on most things that are not a complete and total bore.